If you've ever looked at your CRM and thought something's off, the data doesn't feel right, reports don't add up, reps are complaining about the same records over and over, you're probably right. Something is off. The question is what and how bad. That's what an audit tells you. There are 4 steps. Each one builds on the last. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to run one. Before you can audit anything, you need your data in one place and organized correctly. This sounds obvious. It almost never is. Most CRMs hold data across multiple object types, contacts, accounts, maybe properties or deals depending on your industry. Each object type gets its own export. Each gets audited separately. Do not mix them into a single file. The audit logic for a contact, a person, is completely different from the audit logic for an account, a company. Mixing them produces garbage output. Export to CSV. Before you do anything with the data, map your fields. Know what every column represents. Standard CRM fields are straightforward. Custom fields are where the surprises are. They're often the least populated, the hardest to interpret, and the most politically sensitive because someone in leadership asked for them. Know what they are before the audit runs. Last thing before you move on, record your baseline. Total record count for this export. In our example, that's 4,147 records. Write it down or drop it in a cell at the top of the file. Every step of this audit references back to that number. It's your ground truth. Data in, fields mapped, baseline set. Now let's find out what's actually in it. Field utilization answers one question. For every field in your export, what percentage of records actually have data in it? Not whether the data is correct, just whether it exists. Run this across every field in the export and sort it from highest to lowest. What you're looking for is the drop-off. Where does utilization fall off a cliff, and what fields live below it? The fields that matter most to your business should be the most populated. If a critical field is sitting at 30% utilization, that's not a data problem, it's a process problem. Someone decided the field was important, but nobody enforced it, nobody trained for it, and nobody uses the output. The audit surfaces that conversation. It doesn't resolve it, but it gives you the evidence to have it. One thing the utilization report won't tell you: whether a high utilization field has good data. A field can be 95% populated and still be a mess. Inconsistent values, outdated entries, free-form text where a drop-down should be. Field utilization is a volume check, not a quality check. Keep that distinction in mind. Volume tells you adoption. Quality is a separate conversation. For fields below the 40% threshold, you have 2 options: enforce them or remove them. Enforcement means training, process changes, maybe a required field toggle in your CRM settings. Removal means hiding the field or deleting it entirely. Either is valid. What's not valid is leaving a low utilization field active. It creates form fatigue, which makes rep adoption worse across the board. Field utilization shows you where your team is actually working and where the process has broken down. Take the sub 40% fields to whoever owns the CRM. That conversation needs to happen. Next, contacts specifically. Email validation is contacts only, not accounts, people, and it runs in 2 layers. The first layer is a type breakdown. How many of your email addresses are professional, how many are personal, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and how many are blank entirely. This isn't a pass-fail check. Personal emails aren't necessarily bad. A prospect who gave you their Gmail might be more reachable there than at a corporate address. But you need to know the breakdown, because it tells you how the contact was sourced and how they expect to be reached. The second layer is validation, and this runs on professional emails only. Personal emails like Gmail are catch-all by nature, so validation doesn't tell you much there. On your professional emails, you're checking deliverability. 4 possible results. Valid. The address exists and will accept mail. Invalid. It won't, for any reason. Catch-all. The domain accepts all inbound, so you can't be certain. Unknown. Validation couldn't determine either way. What you do with each result. Valid. Leave them alone. Unknown. Flag for manual review before your next send. Catch-all. Treat with caution. Consider suppressing from cold outreach. Invalid. Suppress immediately. Not delete. Suppress. The record stays in the CRM, the email gets flagged, and your sequences stop sending to it. The reason you don't delete, the record has context, notes, history, company association. That's valuable. The email address is the only thing that's broken. One more thing. Your sender reputation lives and dies by this step. Every invalid address you send to is a signal to email providers, Gmail, Microsoft, whoever, that your list isn't maintained. Enough of those signals and your deliverability drops for everyone on your list, including the valid addresses. Suppressing invalids before a send isn't optional. It's infrastructure. You now know who you can reach and who you can't. Suppression list is set. Now the one everyone dreads, duplicates. Duplicate detection is where most audits produce garbage. Most CRMs have a built-in duplicate detector. You ran it. You thought you were done. You weren't. Here's why. And here's how to do it correctly. Native duplicate detection has 3 problems. 1. Timing. It only checks new records. Years of imported data, invisible to it. 2. Matching logic. Single field, usually email. No email, no detection. 3. Exact matching. John Samuth and John Smith are strangers to it. Acme Corp and Acme Corp. Strangers. Every time. Your matching fields fall into 3 tiers. Required, the baseline every record must have. For contacts, first name, last name, email, mobile phone, company, title. For accounts, company name, company website, company phone. Recommended, adds matching power. Contacts, personal LinkedIn, city, state. Accounts, industry, company LinkedIn, city, state. Extras, anything else. Last resort. More fields means more ways for a record to fail a match. Names break matching if you don't normalize first. One rep types John Smith. Another imports Smith, John. A web form captures John Anthony Smith. Exact match treats all 3 as different people. Strip punctuation, standardize order, collapse middle names. Do that pre-processing. Or miss records that have been sitting there for years. Timestamps don't find duplicates, but they pick the keeper. Created date, last activity, last note. When 2 records match, the right one to keep is rarely obvious from name and email alone. One created in 2019 with no activity, one with 5 notes and a recent call. That's your answer. Without timestamps, you're guessing. 2 outputs. A summary. Total records, duplicates found, duplicate rate, and the full list of duplicate groups. Summary goes to leadership. Groups go to whoever's merging. That's your duplicate picture, and that's the full audit. 4 outputs: baseline record count, field utilization report, email validation results, duplicate groups. Now let's put it all together. An audit without action is just a report. Here's what you do with each output. In the same order you ran them. Field utilization. Every field below 40% goes to whoever owns the CRM. Enforce or remove. Leaving it active is not an option. Form fatigue is real and it compounds. Email validation. Suppress invalids before your next send. Catch-alls. Flag for review. Valids. Leave alone. Time sensitive. Every invalid send hurts your sender score. Duplicates. Highest volume groups first. Use timestamps to pick the keeper. Most recent activity, most notes. Merge, don't delete. History rolls into the winner. Set a cadence. Quarterly at minimum. CRM data degrades continuously. The longer you wait, the longer the next audit takes. That's the whole audit. 4 steps. 1 afternoon. Here's the full picture. 4 steps, in order. Each one builds on the last. Step 1, data aggregation. Step 2, field utilization. Step 3, email validation. Step 4, duplicate detection. That's your audit. 4 steps. 1 framework, run it quarterly. Print that, save it, send it to whoever's running the audit. Your CRM is only useful if the data in it is real. Most people know something's wrong. They don't know how wrong or where. Now you have a process. 4 steps. Run them. Do something with what you find. CRM Plumber.